Welcome to NFL Week 7. I'm a bit sick this week, but I'm just showing my dedication as I power through this week's best games. The Saints need to get a new costume designer because these pants clash so hard with their helmets. Spencer Rattler was having a rough game, throwing interceptions and not moving the ball well. Bo Nix, though, made history by throwing both an over and an underthrow at the same time. He did start balling out though, just not to Courtland Sutton, who had 0 points and 0 targets throughout the game. I did fall asleep halfway through this one, and when I woke up, Bo Nix and Sean Payton were talking about Ferris Bueller and Fats Domino. I missed the entire second half.
Ain't that a shame?
Drake May started off hot, but the home team took over on a 96-yard punt return and 2-point conversion. The Jaguars beat up on the Pats like they had a grudge about the Boston Tea Party or something. The Patriots were trying to mount a comeback, but Drake May, more like Benedict Arnold, kept getting shot in the leg with penalties, which gave the ball back to the Jaguars in the final minutes. A late Tank Bigsby touchdown iced this one like the Battle of Quebec. Nick Chubb was back in the lineup today after his terrible injury last year. Let's go. The Browns' opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown, which was very deflating, and it was in the first few seconds of the game. Deshaun Watson went down with an Achilles tear. Dorian Thompson-Robinson comes in as our QB number 2. Nick Chubb got his first touchdown since being injured. What a great moment. The Bengals scored twice. You should probably cover Chase and Higgins, you know. DTR was not playing well. So Jameis Winston, our emergency QB3 quarterback, comes in to lead a garbage time touchdown drive. On a serious note, yes, I wanted Watson out of the lineup, but no, I didn't want it to be due to injury. I kept saying, oh, give him a zinger, get him out for a game or two, whatever. Yes, it is wrong for fans to boo him while he's being carted out the field, but no, people should not be defending him as a person. As a player, sure. As a person, no. From his last year with the Texans, to the allegations and the settled lawsuits, to this huge contract he was given through the suspension year and then the rust year, which was saved by Flacco, and now this year of lost potential, I don't know what will happen. Will he ever come back onto the field as a Brown, or will he ever come back to the field at all? It's hard to say. Will Winston put us on the right track, or will we start Bailey Zappi? Will Stefanski be fired? It's all wait and see. Cut that shit out! 2 heavyweights go into the ring with a classic at Lambeau. The entire game, both teams were playing super aggressively, but towards the end, the Texans took the lead with less than 2 minutes left, which gave Jordan Love and the Packers too much time to drive down the field and kick a game-winning field goal. This was another heavyweight bout as both teams went back and forth. Gibbs, Aaron Jones, St. Brown, and JJ2, it all comes down to a Lions field goal, much like the Packers game. This one is good. The Vikings' perfect season hopes ends, but this was quite a good game, probably the game of the week. The Titans started Mason Rudolph, and he opened the game with a score and a field goal. The Bills looked a bit lost for a bit, but then Josh Allen started throwing fuck it balls. This is where he excels. The second half was both Bills offense and defense burying the Titans under an Acme anvil. It was a crazy opening half with interceptions, fake punts, and more. There was a big man interception too. He batted the ball and picked it off all by himself. The new Andy Reid commercial is so cringe that I think it's distracting the 49ers. That's when the Mahomes magic kicks in, stumping defenders and barging in for a touchdown. And as for Brock P.U. Urdy, he had a few terrible interceptions, one of them being in the end zone. The 49ers seem to be reliving their 2021 season. They're losing men left and right. Brandon Ayuk has a season-ending injury after all that drama. Debo has pneumonia like it's 1857. Kittle has an ankle injury. Bosa is dealing with his ribs. And Christian McCaffrey is starring in more commercials than starting football games. Andy Dalton threw such an embarrassing pick six. What's even more embarrassing? His attempt to tackle the person who picked it off. Jaden Daniels went out with a rib injury, so it became the Marcus Mariota show, which usually would be hell on earth, but Marcus balled out. This ended up not even being close. An embarrassing 40-7 blowout. Russell Wilson took the stage early on, looked a little bit lost. Davante Adams also took the stage for the Jets. Despite this upgrade at the wide receiver position, the Jets really couldn't move the ball. Eventually, Bryce Hall lined up the runway and landed a Jets touchdown. But unfortunately for the Jets, they would not get over 15 points the rest of the game. Russ took a bite out of his Primanti Brothers Danger Russ sandwich and started to ball out. Pickens also balled out, having one of the craziest catches of the year. The defender was all over him, but he still grabbed it. He then showed off his juggling skills as he secured another contested ball. Maybe next week, Jets. But for now, Steelers country, let's melt! The chef was cooking early on, giving Evans his 100th touchdown reception, but he would later go out with an injury. The Ravens then woke up during the second half. The refs do be throwing flags saying, fuck it, there's a penalty out there somewhere, which took away a nice Lamar touchdown run. The next play they did get in with Hill at least. King Henry once again asserting his dominance as the best running back. All hail the king, baby. The Bucs did try to make a comeback, but it was all in vain. Godwin would then go down with an injury. So now the Bucs look on the precipice of a lost season as these Pirates wait at the gallows. Poor Baker. I really should stop pronouncing my love for players because anytime I do, they start losing. Wait a second. Boy, I sure do love Mahomes. They were showing this game only on ESPN+. Either ESPN hates their subscribers, or the NFL hates ESPN. There was some real Looney Tunes shit going on in this game, for real. The lineman kicked the ball like he was playing football. Even more goofy shit happened. Pegasus must have played Toon World during this one.
Welcome to Toon World!
Even Kyler Murray looks like a toon with his big bobblehead helmet running down the field like he's a Funko Pop figure. At the end of the night, the Chargers are sent to the Shadow Realm.
I hear the Shadow Realm's lovely this time of year.